Hello everyone, how are you? This is Kay. Good to see you. Welcome back to my another live stream on my YouTube channel. Today is the 2nd of April on Wednesday, and I'm here to do analysis on gold. Gold has been bullish all the way, and it has been reaching my targets, and now it's still, it's still going bullish. So today I do analysis based on Ichimoku Kinko Hyo on the weekly and also the daily time frame. So let me go ahead and start right now. So let me switch screen to trading view first, and this is the gold weekly time frame. Gold has been bullish all the way, and I can see that the price has been above the Tenkan-sen, and Kijun-sen is up. The angle of the Kijun-sen is up actually, and the Kumo, both Senko span B and Senko span A are up, and Chikou span has been above the candles as well. So simply speaking, it's bullish. In this case, there's no reason to sell. You simply follow the trend. As long as price is above the Tenkan-sen, it's a strong bullish trend. So this is the strong bullish trend, and there's no sign of the retracement yet. To me, as far as I see this weekly time frame, there was a range consolidated market on 24th of February and also 3rd of March, but it continues bullish again in the months of March and April. It continues bullish now. So my target actually was 3100, and now it's breaking this week, and it's heading towards 3200. So within the month of April, at some point, I think the gold will reach 3200. So this is, to me, still bullish. If you look at the chart like all the way, if you squeeze like this all the way, then you may think it's overbought, and you may think that the market can retrace. The market can reverse or down anytime, but to me it's bullish because Kumo has been up, and Kumo is not too thin. So Kumo shape here is really important. For example, like here, the Kumo has been very thin, and this is a sign of the overbought. So if I just bar replay to where the thin Kumo happened, it was here. And when I see the Kumo to be like this, then I wouldn't buy. Especially on this week, there was a pin bar, so it tells that there is a strong resistance level here. So it's risky to buy in this case. If the market breaks the pin bar bearish, then it may come down to Tenkan-sen or Kijun-sen, or even if it breaks Kijun-sen, then it tends to come down to the previous resistance or the Kumo. So this is, in this case, risky to trade, risky to buy. And in fact, the market after this has been ranged and consolidated for a while. Although it was above, it has been above the Tenkan-sen, there was a bit retracement, and the market is not really going up yet. But after a few weeks, if you can look at, again, the Kumo shape, the area between Senko span and AB, it's getting thicker and bigger, as you can see. So this is now good sign that the market goes up continuously. And after this, the market still ranged, and then it's been supported by the trend line. Kumo is getting thicker and bigger, even more. And so in this case, the breakout of the resistance here is going to be very powerful. And then it actually did break that resistance, and exactly on the week of, let me just forward the chart. On the week of the 12th of August last year, this was the start of the new bullish trend on gold. And till now, it's been bullish. So Kumo shape here is really important. Whenever I capture the trending markets, I do look at the Kumo, how thick the Kumo is. So yeah, that was one of the big lessons I wanted to share today. So again, when you look at the Kumo shape, the area between Senko span and AB is not too thin. So this simply means it's bullish, right? And also now let me go to the daily time frame. So weekly is bullish at the moment. It's heading towards 3200 now in the month of April, and this is a daily time frame. So when you look at the daily time frame, first let me talk about the Kumo shape since it's been a topic today. So Kumo shape has not really thin either. Before, this part was a bit thinner, so the market retraced after this. Then Kumo gets thicker and bigger. Then after the breakout of the resistance was the new bullish trend. Or even before that, there was a Tenkan-sen bounce. And Tenkan-sen Kijun-sen bounce exactly happened over here on 11th of March this year. Then it's been bullish. And exactly when the 13th March, when the market broke the resistance level, this is another new bullish trend from a daily time frame perspective. Then Kumo became thicker and bigger, and it's been bullish still. I like this bullish trend because it's not like an I wave. It has been up and then retraced, consolidated. This is called a P wave or triangle range formed. Then the triangle broke bullish and it continued, and then again it formed an N wave. And this N wave was supported by the blue Tenkan-sen, and it's continuing bullish this way. So it actually broke my target of 3100, and now it's going to 3200. So this is the analysis on gold. So it looks like Forex markets are range right now, a bit quiet. So I think you can still look for some nice opportunities on gold. Okay, so let me get to more details about this analysis, but before that, let me say hi to everyone since I start to see some comments now. All right, Prince, good to see you. Thank you very much for joining. From Africa, thank you so much for joining as well. And Tabo, good to see you also. Thank you very much for your comment. From South Africa as well. Thank you very much. I now trade with understanding, not blindly. Yes, that's really important. Every action you take in trading has to have some reasons. Yeah, if you cannot find any reasons to enter trades, then simply don't do it. Trading has to be logical and rational, and with no emotion. So that's a very good sign. All right, hello Raman, good to see you from India. Thank you very much for joining as well. All right, Freeman, good to see you too. Thank you very much for joining. Can you analyze Bitcoin for today? Okay, sure, I will do that later on. All right, Abhishek, good to see you. And Zaire, good to see you too. And Game Riser, good to see you. And everyone, thank you very much for joining. So regarding this gold, it's bullish, and also it has been supported by the Tenkan-sen twice. Once happened here, like I mentioned on the on 11th of March, and also recently there was another Tenkan-sen bounce here on the 27th of March. So this is really important that the market never broke the Tenkan-sen, and it's still continuing bullish now. So you can also draw the trend line like this way, and the market bounces on the trend line. So next time when the market comes down a little bit, retrace and comes towards the Tenkan-sen, then where the Tenkan-sen and the trend line meets can be the strong support area. Then the market bounces most likely and goes up this way continuously to 3200. So this is one of the ways to find the patterns within the market through Ichimoku line and also the trend line. Wherever they match becomes usually powerful. So it's also good sign that the market is continuously bullish. This week so far, Monday was bullish. It clearly broke 3100, and yesterday was a big bearish bar, very small bearish bar, and today so far is forming the doji. So this is not still the retracement. Sometimes I see posts or I see some explanations or understanding that whenever you see pin bar or doji like this, it's the sign of the reverse. But actually it's not in this case. Just because doji happens, it doesn't mean that the market retrace, the market reverse. In this case especially, the doji is happening above the Tenkan-sen, so it's more likely that the market goes bullish from here. And Tenkan-sen is flat at the moment, and Kijun-sen angle is also flat at the moment. So that means the market may retrace to the Tenkan-sen and also the trend line. So now is not the good timing to buy. The good timing to buy next time is when the market meets the Tenkan-sen and the trend line, which may happen sometime within this week, either tomorrow or the day after. If it continues to consolidate, then I think it touches the trend line, and next week is going to be another bull trend. However, if the market breaks the trend line and also the Tenkan-sen, then it tends to retrace continuously to the previous resistance or to even Kijun-sen. So in that situation, the analysis will be different. But so far, it's bullish. So you can wait for the bounce on the trend line and also the Tenkan-sen and look for buying opportunities on this one. Okay, hello the Cracky, good to see you. Thank you for joining as well. Okay, Seprat says, hello, what are your views on using 44 and 200 moving averages and trading on the pullback bounce of the 44 MA? I use Heirin Ashi. I'm not sure about that one. For specific candle to get the right candle and extra confirmation. Or maybe you mean Heikin Ashi. I don't use Heikin Ashi and I don't use the moving averages, so I'm not really sure. But based on backtesting, if it works, then of course you can continue to use it. My specialty now is Ichimoku. I used to use moving averages, but now I'm using Ichimoku. So in my YouTube channel, I want to focus on Ichimoku analysis here and the candlesticks. Okay, hello Jasper, good to see you. Thank you for joining. All right, Abhishek, USJPY and Euro AUD. Okay, if I have time, I will do that. But after this gold analysis, let me first do Bitcoin, BTC USD today too. Okay, so here is again gold daily time frame, and to add to this, you could also do the price targets based on the Ichimoku price theory. I talked about the time cycles yesterday, so you can refer to the archive from yesterday and you can do the time cycles on this one as well on your own. But today, let me briefly introduce the price targets by Ichimoku. So in Ichimoku, you capture the price targets based on the waves. So because let's say, for example, N wave started here when the market bounced on the Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen. So let me just put the vertical line to remember the date. So it happened on the 11th of March was the start of the new N wave to me. And then the retracement started on the 20th of March on this doji, and it retraced until it retraced and bounced on the on here, technically speaking, 27th of March. So this is an N wave, and it's continuing right now. So let's say now from yesterday, the market seems to be retracing. So if this area where the market is right now is one of the Ichimoku price targets, then it may retrace or consolidate. Right. So to do that, you simply capture the N wave. Again, this A, let's say I call it as a A point and B point, and C point, and capture the D point, how far the D point can go. And there are multiple ways to do it, but one of the very easy or let me introduce V and N and E calculations today. So first of all, V calculation. V calculation is you take the pips between B and C and put that pips on top of B, and that's going to be the target, V target. So there is in TradingView there is a price range. So I take out the price range and I take the high on the B and low on the C part and put this on top of B like this way. So precisely here 3110.6 is the V target. Okay, so that's a V target. So let me just put the mark as V target over here. Let me write the text as a V, like this way. Okay, so let me take this one out since it's already reached. So V target is again 3110.6. And next one is N target. How you take the N target is you take the pips between A and B and you take that range on top of C. So again, simply you take this price range again and you take the pips between A and B like this, and put this on top of C. So it's going to be here. So this is called N target. It's 3178.8. So let me put the text as N over here. Okay, so this is N target. And also there is something called E target. E target is, again, you take the pips between A and B, which is the same as this one, and you put this on top of B. So it'll be here, and that's 36.15. So this is E target. So let me put the text E over here. So basically, based on these three targets, we monitor the chart. So this is Ichimoku price theory. So far, the market reached the V target. So from here, it may retrace. If the market breaks the Tenkan-sen and the trend line, then the market, actually the target was V target that we can see. But if it bounces and goes up, then we can expect the market reaches the N target, 3178.8. And if it breaks the N target, then it can extend all the way up to 36.15, which is the E target. So like this, we monitor the market together. Ichimoku target is really powerful, but make sure you use this on the daily or the weekly time frames. I've tested, let's say, on the 5-minute time frame or even 1 hour. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, because lower time frame tends to have more noise in the market, so it becomes less reliable. So technically you can use it, but if you want to be trustable result, then I recommend to do so on the daily or higher time frame. So that was a brief introduction of the targets. So this is actually so it broke the V target, 3110.6, and see how far this one goes. As I monitor the chart, every day, every week, I will also let you know how it goes on maybe the next live stream or next video. I will continue share the progress, how this one goes. Okay, so that was gold analysis. Okay, let's see. He says, hi, Standard started following you just a while ago. Do you pay attention to COT reports, or is it just too much information? I used to, but not anymore, because I simply trade Forex based on technical analysis, and I don't refer to COT reports. Okay. Okay, Sakib says, data came now. Is that any effect on gold? Looks like not. You mean fundamental news, right? There was a news today. This week we have lots of big news every day. Okay, there was ADP employment change just earlier, but looks like there's no effect on gold. Looks like it was positive outcome, positive actual number. So in this case, in theory, USD should be bought. So if USD is bought, and gold should be bearish. But looks like there's no effect on gold. Let me quickly check USD JPY. I'm just curious how the market's affected. Also Bitcoin as well. Let's see, USD JPY. Yeah, looks like there's no effect so far. And later on today, there's going to be US Liberation Day tariff announcements, and it may impact again USD and other markets. And this Friday, as you may know already, there is going to be a NFP, non-farm payrolls, which is the biggest event every month. The first week of Friday is ADP, so it may impact. I'm sorry, NFP. So it may impact a lot. So yeah, coming back to gold, it's really yeah. This week so far it's been a bit quiet, but to me it's bullish continuously. Okay, let me quickly check 1 hour and see how it's moving. Okay, so here is a 1 hour time frame. Ichimoku future Kumo is now twisted bearish and flat, and very thin and flat. This means the volatility is now getting smaller and smaller. And Chikou span has been around the candlesticks, and this means range. The price is also within the Kumo, and that's range, and the market becomes a bit choppy. So this is not the best timing to buy. Again, you can wait for the bounce on the trend line, Tenkan-sen on the daily time frame. That's one of the buying opportunities. Or if you want to be more precise based on 1 hour time frame, then you can wait for the P wave breakout or the triangle breakout bullish, and that's also the sign of the new bullish trend. But in this case, I never sell. I don't sell because it's against the trend. Buy will be the right call at this point. So yeah, that's the analysis on gold. So now let me quickly check BTC USD. Let's see cryptos and BTC USD starting from the weekly time frame. Weekly shows its range as well still, no trends. However, the price is now on the Kijun-sen, and the Kumo has been flat, completely flat. So this is complete range. And just like yesterday's Euro USD, Tenkan-sen is now sloping down. So in the short term, it's bearish. The market may be resisted by the Tenkan-sen and may be bearish after this. And Chikou span is getting closer to the candles. So far, this is more of bearish momentum still from Ichimoku perspective, based on this Tenkan-sen angle down in the range market. And here is the daily time frame. Daily time frame shows its range because the price is in between Kumo and Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen, and Chikou span has been around and touching almost. tomorrow the Chikou span touches the candlestick, so this is complete range. The Kumo shows it's bearish. Senko span A is going down because both Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen are down. So Kumo shows bearish, and that means it's bearish in the long term. So to me, Bitcoin so far has been bearish still. Let me try to draw the trend line on the daily time frame. It could be, yeah, looks like the market has been respecting the trend line ever since it has been retracing on 20th of January. So this time we maybe resisted and continue bearish this way. For the last few days, there were dojis, and today is a pin bar. Yeah, but overall, it's been bearish still. So again, this week we have lots of big news. So one of these fundamental news may affect the Bitcoin, and it may create some another move on the market. But let's see how this one goes. Personally, I never trade cryptos, so this is just for you to remember. But because I mainly trade only Forex and gold. So yeah, that was BTC USD analysis. Yeah, so coming back to gold, commodity XAUUSD gold daily time frame, it's up on the daily, and 1 hour is now in the P wave, and it's better to wait for the P wave to break bullish, and that's one of the timings to buy again. And let's see, let me quickly check the 5-minute time frame as well. This is my entry time frame. Let's see, 5-minute time frame shows N wave. Here is a small N wave is now forming, so I see the momentum bullish, and it may break the P wave bullish in this case. Before, the market has been ups and downs, and there was a huge pin bar, so it looks like there's a strong support in this area. In this area, there's a strong support level, and the market has been testing the resistance as well. This resistance here around 31-34 is also quite strong. So I think for now, after the P wave breakout, the market heads towards 31-34 area, and if it breaks bullish, I think that's going to be a new bullish trend and reaches one of Ichimoku targets I introduced to you today on gold. So far it's been N wave, and also there was a pin bar and doji, and broke the most recent resistance on 5-minute time frame. So 5-minute time frame shows bullish within the P wave, and this is one of the signs of the P wave breakout. So this right now is not the good timing to execute the trade. So let's wait until it breaks P wave bullish. That's my analysis on this one. Okay, hello Dynasty, good to see you. Thank you very much for joining as well. So yeah, today I wanted to cover gold. So that was my main topic, including the price theory. So V and N and E targets are commonly used on any market situations to capture the price targets. Okay, so let me just do some free talk from now, and if I see some comments, then I will also cover. Let's see. Let me do some free talk for the next 5-10 minutes, and then I finish the live stream. So I'm in Dubai, and yeah, Dubai has been getting warm now, especially in the daytime. And so if you are planning to visit Dubai, it's getting warmer now. I think in the months of April, usually towards the end of April and May, the temperature gets more warmer and daytime will be really warm. Still, after sun goes down, it's very comfortable. You can walk around really well, but in the daytime when the sun's out, it's still really hot here. It's really hot. Looks like Japan is now having a cherry blossom timing. So I really wanted to visit back Japan this time in April to see the cherry blossom, but I wasn't able to. I had things to do here. Actually, I'm working on my new visa things and a few other things here in Dubai. So hopefully I will visit back next year, April, to see sakura, cherry blossom trees, flowers. Yeah, it's been, I have been in Dubai for the last 4 years already, and it's quite a journey here. Yeah, lots of new things happening in Dubai, lots of events happening. I'm going to one of the real estate events in the month of April in few weeks, and lots of events in cryptos and forex. So yeah, it's really interesting. Okay, Ahmed says, I have been following up for the past 2 months. Can you explain how best to use Ichimoku and Kyushu Ashi? Sure, Kyushu Ashi is, first of all, it can be used on the daily or higher time frame. You can sometimes use it in a 4-hour time frame when the trend is stable. Basically, Kyushu Ashi is to capture the trend start and trend end. So let me just pop up the Kyushu Ashi on the chart. And again, same goal. I think it's good to do the Kyushu Ashi analysis as well. So yeah, so this is called Kyushu Ashi. It's different from candlesticks. The way it's calculated is different than candlesticks, different from Heikin Ashi or Kagi Ashi or Renko Ashi. This is Kyushu Ashi. So from the Kyushu Ashi perspective, the trend started here when it turns white, which was 11th of March. And if you remember, the 11th of March was when the market bounced on Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, and start of the new trend from the candlestick and 5 lines analysis. So when they match, it becomes really powerful. After this, the white Kyushu Ashi means a bullish Kyushu Ashi. So it has been bullish until now. But let's say if tomorrow or the day after, when you see the blue bearish Kyushu Ashi, that could be the end of the trend. And after that, the market may consolidate like around this area. So this is like, almost like the strengths or how continuous the trend is. So that's basically how you can use the Kyushu Ashi. So far, we don't really see the blue bearish Kyushu Ashi yet. So that means it's still bullish. So that's how you can use Kyushu Ashi. Here is the start of the Kyushu Ashi bullish trend again, and it was on the bounce on Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen. And after this, it broke the resistances, and up till now, it's bullish Kyushu Ashi. Even the market retraced a few days here towards the end of March. Kyushu Ashi still shows it's bullish. So that's basically how you can use it. Kyushu Ashi is like simplified version of Ichimoku, simply to capture the trend start and trend end. But it's really interesting also market. Okay, all right, so I think I will finish the live stream now. So thank you very much for joining today as well, and I hope you have a great week this week. And again, we have lots of big news, so be careful whenever there's a big news ahead. Then I recommend not to trade. Always come back after news and see if the trend continues. Then you can enter trade and follow the new trend. So yeah, thank you very much everyone. I hope you have a great day, great week, and until I see you next time, please stay healthy, stay safe, and stay gold. Bye for now. またね. Thank you very much.